Vishuddha Bhavena Sarvartha Atmarpenam Gurau. Etadjeva hi sassishyaihi kartavyam guru niskrutam yadvai visuddha bhavena sarvartha atmarpanam gurau. Etadjeva hi satsishyaihi kartavyam guru niskrutam yadvai vishuddha bhavena sarvartha atmarpanam gurau. Etadjeva hi satsishyaihi kartavyam guru niskrutam yadvai vishuddha bhavena sarvartha atmarpanam gurau. Yadvai vishuddha bhavena atmatmanam guru. Etadjevai sassishai kartavyam guru niskrutam yadvai vishuddha bhavena sarvarthatmarpanam guru. Etadjevai sassishai kartavyam guru niskrutam yadvai vishuddha bhavena sarvatmatmanam guru. Mataji. Etadjevai sassishai kartavyam guru niskrutam word to word meaning. Etad, this, eva, alone, he, certainly, sat, true, shishyaha, by disciples, kartavyam, to be done, guru, by the spiritual master, niskrutam, repayment of one's debt, yat, which, why, indeed, vishuddha, completely pure, bhavena, with an attitude, sarve, of all, artha, assets, atma, and one's body, arpanam, the offering, gurau, to one's spiritual master. Translation and purport. This indeed is the duty of all true disciples, to repay the debts to their spiritual master by offering him with pure heart their wealth and even their very lives. Purport. One engages one's body to realize one's purposes. The body is also the basis of material conception of I, while one's fortune is the basis of conception of mind. Thus, by offering everything to the spiritual master, one realizes oneself to be eternal servant of the Lord. The spiritual master does not explain the disciple, but rather engages him fully in Krishna consciousness for the disciple's eternal benefit. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishware Vrishabhanu Stute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Before speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, I seek blessings of all senior devotees and Vaishnavas so that I can speak Bhagavatam for my purification. In the beginning of this chapter, Parikshit Maharaj inquires, he wanted to hear more about Krishna Katha. In previous chapter, Sukadeva Goswami spoke about Balaramji. Now, he asked to hear, he requested Sukadeva Goswami to hear more about Krishna Katha. And there, in the beginning, Sukadeva Goswami, he speaks that in this chapter, third verse, Sa Vagyaya Tash Gurunan Gurnite Karaucha Tat Karma Karau Manascha Smared Vasantam Sirajangameshu Shrunoti Tat Punya Katha Sakarnaha. He is telling Sa Vagyaya, the Vak. How to engage the speech? It should be engaged in the Guna Grinite, in glorifying about the Lord. Karocha Tat Karma Karau. One has to perform his activities for the pleasure of the Lord. Manasya Smaret Vasantam Sthirajangameshu. The mind has to be engaged in remembering the Lord who is residing in Sthira and Jangameshu. Sthira means non-moving, Jangameshu means moving. The Lord who is residing in the Sthira and Jangameshu. Shrunoti tan punya kataha sakarnaha. Ears has to be engaged in hearing the pastimes about the glories of the Lord. Similar sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, 19th verse. There also Parikshit Maharaj, he himself speaks this sloka. Vayam tu na vitrupyama uttama sloka vikrame yat srunvatam rasajnanam swadu swadu pade pade. By hearing, he is not tired by hearing Krishna Katha. And he wanted to hear the rasa of Krishna Katha, swadu swadu. And he wanted to relish pade pade at every moment. And in the next verse, in the same 10th canto 80, in this section, Sirastu tasho ubalinga manamet tadeva yat pashyati taddihi chakshuhu angane vishnu rata tajjan jananam padodakam yani bhajanti nityam. He is telling Sirastu Tashor Ubayalinga Manamet. Head has to be engaged. How one should use the head? Head should be, we should bow down to the Tayoru. Here he is using Tasya Ubayalinga Manam. We have to bow down our head to whom? Ubayalinga Manam, to the form of, here Prabhupada writes, Tasya, he is mentioning previous sloka, Sthira Jangameshu. The Lord who is residing in moving and non-moving. But in other Acharya, he says that we should engage our head in bowing to the form of the Lord and to the devotees of the Lord. Tadeva yat pashyati tadhi chakshuhu. Eyes has to be engaged in seeing the form of the Lord. Angani Vishnu Rata tad Angani Vishnu Rata tad jhananam padodakam yani bhajanti nityam. Our limbs has to be engaged in honoring the water which is washed the lotus feet of the Lord and the devotees. Here, now the Acharya says Angani means, here Angani means the body which is above the navel is called Angani. And he also says that when we do Abhishek has to be done above the navel of the Lord. When we do Abhishek, there Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, he says that we should do Abhishek of the Lord from above the navel of the Lord. And if you don't engage our senses, then what is the benefit? Here in the second canto, 3rd chapter, 20 verse, he says, Biler bato urukrama vikraman ye na srunvata karna pute narasya jihva sati darurikeva suta nacho pagada ati urugaya gata. If you don't engage our ears in hearing the glories of the Lord, then it is like a holes of a snake. And if you don't engage in the hearing the glory, in speaking about the glories of the Lord, then it is like a croaking of a frog. And this is how one has to engage the various limbs of the body and senses of the body. And here, what is the qualification for the Lord to make friendship? In a description of Jambudip Island, there Hanumanji, he prays. There he speaks. There Hanumanji speaks this verse. Na janmanunam mahoto na saubhagam na vang na buddhir na akrutis tosha hetuhu tair yad vishruštanapi no yanaukasam chakara sakke bata lakshmana grajaha. He is telling, na janmanunam, we don't have high birth, and we have mahato na saubhagam, we don't have good fortune, na vak, and we are not well in speaking, na buddhi, we don't have high intelligence, and we don't have akruti, the form, our form is not good looking, and which is pleasing for the Lord. Sri Sri Gaurnitai ki, Radha-Rasbihar ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai. And we don't have that good looking form and body. Tair yadi vishrutanapi now vanaukasam. Where we are residing in our residence is forest, vanaukasam. But still Lakshmana Graja, Ramachandra, he made friendship with us. He made a friendship, though we don't have any high birth, high intelligence, and we don't have any proper physical form, still he made friendship with us. That is the greatness of Ramachandra. Here we can see Lord made friendship with Sugriva. He made friendship with all Vanaras, and he considered them as their friends. Similarly, why I reciting this sloka, here also Krishna made friendship with Sudama. And these are all not the qualifications for one to have connection with the Lord. Only thing is devotion. And in this sloka, we discuss some of the 1089. In the verse of, in the same section, 1089, 1080 and verse number 9. Here. Though, what is the qualification of Sudama? Sudama, here he was sense controlled, and his senses are in control, and he is not approaching Lord for wealth. He is just he wanted to just see to have darshan of the Lord. In this 9th verse, his wife is requesting him to go and approach Krishna so that he may give some wealth so that he can use it for his sustenance. In this connection, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he takes what was the discussion going on between Sudama and his wife. Now she is asking to go to Dwarka and approach Krishna. But Sudama is telling to his wife, Nanu Sripate Dinasya Mama Kutah Sakyam. He is telling, who is Krishna? He is the husband of goddess of fortune. Then how can he make friendship with me? But his wife saying, Tatraha Brahmanya. Lord is Brahmanya. He is favorable to Brahmanas. And then Sudama says, Tadrusha Brahmanyapi na asati. I don't have the qualification of Brahman also. Then she says, Sharanya. She says that he is the shelter of the surrendered. You are surrendered, you go there, and he is the shelter of surrender. But Sudama says, I don't have, he says, Bhaktya Bhavanatam Sharanam. He says, I don't have even Bhakti and also quality of shelter. Then the wife of Sudama, she says that, Bhagavan Sarva Jananam Tatra Dukkham Društva Daishyati. Sarvagnya. Lord is Sarvagnataha. Lord is, he knows everything. And he knows your condition. And if you go there, and then he will bestow you the wealth. And he says that, and Sudama also says that, according to one's karma, Lord, he says that, Nanu sarva karma phala bhogeshu yad videshu dukkha jiveshu madhye swatra yathama. He is telling that according to one's karma, they enjoy dukkha and sorrow and happiness, and he is equally disposed to everyone. How can he give to me? Then he says that, she says that he is the friend of devotees. Satvatam Bhagavanam Rushabha Pati. He is the master of the devotees, and he will give to his devotees. And she says that even if you go to Dwaraka, those who are fanning Lord and we are the servants of the Lord, if you go there, they are also very compassionate. If you go there, then they will use some wealth so that you can use it for your sustenance. That's why the conversation between Sudama and her wife, Sudama and his wife, there was. And again, next following verse, he says that, okay, Krishna will be out of station. He may be going out of the Dwarka, and he may be engaged in warfare. But she says that no, Krishna at that time, no, currently Krishna is not, she says that he is not busy in fighting, he is available at home, you can go there. And Bhoja Vrishni Andakar Ishvara iti tat aukasam matrena te api dasyanti. He's telling even if you go there, Bhoja Vrishiki Vrishni, they will be there, they will give something for you. Okay. And he says that, she says that just by remembering Krishna, you need not to ask. And he also says that if I go there, I feel shame, lajja, for asking for wealth. But she says that even if you don't ask, go there simply, and just by remembering Krishna, he will give something, some wealth for you. And see, and she also says that by just being there, being silent there, he give, what to speak of wealth, he will give sense gratification also. But the outcome of sense gratification is tasteless and is not desirable. And what to speak of wealth, he will give even sense gratification also. And you need not ask anything from Lord. You just go there and what to speak of wealth and sense gratification. He gives the sweetness of his own lotus feet to his devotees. He says that. Now, here we can see how Sudama, without any hindrance, he enters into the private quarters of Krishna. We can see even here one sloka, Yadvari deshe rajano deva gandharva kinnaraha ajnanam vinana yashyanti dinasya mamaka kataha. What to speak of me, even kings, devas, demigods, gandharvas, kinnaras, they cannot be allowed into the, to have, to meet Krishna. Then how can he allows me? We can see even Brahma also, he also wanted to have the darshan of the Lord. There also he didn't directly approach Krishna. There, through servants, he informs to Lord Krishna that I have come. And even we can see Chatuskumaras also, they are Brahmanas. He is a Brahmana. Here in the following verse, in this same canto, he says that Brahmanas are there. When he entered along with local Brahmanas, he was going into the palace of Krishna. And even Chatuskumaras, he entered up to 6 gates of Vaikunta planet. And then when they were at 7th gate, Jay and Vijay obstructed, because though they are Brahmanas, but the only thing is they have not dressed properly. For that reason they have stopped. Here, 4 Kumaras heard about the glories of Vishnu from Brahma. That's how though they are Brahmavadis, they wanted to have a darshan of the Lord by hearing the glories of Vishnu from Brahma. And out of inquisitiveness, they went there and they were stopped there. But here we can see Sudama, without any obstruction, he entered all the palaces, and there were palaces of Vrishnis, Bhojakas, and there are 16,108 wives' palaces, and then finally he entered at the entrance of Rukmini, the palace of Rukmini. There he experienced the Brahman, and Krishna saw Sudama, and immediately went there and embraced Sudama. And what was the qualification of Sudama? Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha. He is the knower of Vedas. And Virakta, he is Vairagi, Indra Arteshu. He is not bothered about sense gratification and artha. Prashantatma Jitendriya. He is peaceful and conqueror of his own senses. Next, 10.8.40. 10.8.40. Aho ye putraka yuyam asmadarte ati dukkitaha atma vai praninam preshtas tam anadrutya matparaha. Translation: O my children, you have suffered so much for my sake. The body is most dear to every living creature, but you are so dedicated to me that you completely disregarded your own comfort. There is how here we can see Sudama and Krishna, they went into the forest to fetch firewood. Here we can take the firewood as the mission of Sudama and Krishna. In order to, Guru has given a mission of collecting firewood from forest, and that firewood is the mission. And though they were kept in difficult situation, they did not give up the mission to collect firewood. Here, similar story, how though they were, throughout night they were in the forest, and rain is so heavy, they could not know which is, they could not walk in the forest also. And they're ready to sacrifice their own life for the sake of Guru. Similar story comes in Mahabharata. Daumi has three primary disciples, Aruni, Veda and Upamanyu. Once there was heavy rain in the nearby ashram, and because of rain the fields were overflooded. And Daumi Rishi has sent Aruni to stop the flow of overflooded water. And Aruni he tried his best to stop the overflooded water, but he could not. But he himself lay down throughout night, and that is also winter. And in order to fulfill the order of his Guru, he lay down. And finally, Daumi Rishi was searching for this Aruni. And finally, when he saw that in the morning, Aruni is laying down and shivering in the flooded water. And then he bestowed he heartily blessed the Aruni. Similarly, Veda also, he could not eat anything without calling by the Guru. He used to fast when Guru doesn't call him. And by this quality, Daumi Rishi also pleased with him. And Upamanyu, he was stubborn, and he is a fat looking. And Guru asked him, how you are maintaining your life? Then Guru said, the Upamanyu said, I go into the village and I collect madhukari, and I am sustaining on this. And then Guru says that whatever you collect, that is meant for Guru, and that you cannot use by your own. Then he followed the order of Guru, and then still he was looking fat. Then Guru asked him, how you are maintaining? Then he says that first I go and collect madhukari and I hand over to you, and then again I will go into the village and collect the food, and I eat and I survive on this food. And then Guru also says that whatever you collect, whatever food, that is actually meant for Guru. You should not take by your own without the permission of Guru. And still he was fat looking. And he stopped going out, and he is staying in the ashram, and he is drinking the milk from the cows which are in the Goshala. And still he is looking fat. And Guru said that this milk is meant for Bhagavan, you should not use it. You should not. And then Upamanyu, once he was going to the forest and he was feeling hungry, he ate some of the leaves and he became blind. And then while walking in the forest, and he fell into the well. There he was injured in the well, and then he recited a mantra from Rig Veda and invoked Ashwini Kumaras. And then Ashwini Kumaras appeared there, and they provided a rice cake for him so that he can fulfill his hunger. But but Upamanyu, he didn't accept it. I cannot take without the permission of my Guru. And then immediately he got his eyes, and the Guru also blessed with him. Here we can see how this Haruni was ready to sacrifice his life in order to fulfill the order of his Guru. And it is also, the blessings of the Guru are very important for the disciple to get realization of the scriptures. Without the blessings of the Guru, to get the realization of scripture is difficult to get. Here, in this verse also, how when he approached Dwarka, he was a poor beggar. I wondered many times that he also called Kuchela. Why he was called Kuchela? And here Bhagavatam, we hear Sudama. Here Bhagavatam, one of the sloka, it mentions that Kuchailasya. Chaila means piece of cloth. And here even the definition of Kuchaila is Avira Raghavacharya. He says that Ku means tattered, which is not good looking cloth. He is wearing a cloth which is not good looking. Chaila means piece of cloth, and Kuchaila, which is tattered cloth. He is wearing tattered clothes. That's why he is called Kuchela. But when he met Krishna and he got wealth, and Sudama means who can bestow wealth. Now he says he was from rags to riches. He was very poverty stricken initially. When after meeting Krishna, he is ready to bestow to others. That's how Sudama, that is the life of Sudama. Okay. Many people, they think poverty is lack of money. But as long as we lack purity, we live in poverty, no matter how much money we have. Because purity is the essential factor that gives satisfaction for the one. And also in 14th chapter of Bhagavad-gita also he says that characteristics of a passion is insatiable craving. As long as one is craving for something, he is always dissatisfied. He will not get happiness. One has to raise above the modes of passion and comes to goodness. In the mode of goodness, the person, he started looking for happiness from inner world than from outer world. And gradually from goodness, he has to raise to the mode of, he has to come to Vishuddha Sattva. There he get connection with the Lord, and then he is completely satisfied. And in this connection, we can, from Chaitanya Charitamrita also, we can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kolevacha Sridhar, he was also poverty stricken. And he used to sell banana leaves, and whatever amount, for meager price, he used to sell banana leaves. And whatever income he gets from that, he used to use half of it for the worship of Lord. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every day he goes there and bargains for banana leaves. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one day I will reveal to whole world the wealth that you have. And Kolvacha Sridhar says, I am a poor person. I don't have much wealth. Then during the Mahaprakash Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he reveals the glories of, even the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't know who is Kolvacha Sridhar. On the day of Mahaprakash Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself says about whereabouts of Kolvacha Sridhar. You go there and he will be chanting, and then he will be loudly chanting. You go there and then he is the Kolvacha Sridhar. You go and bring him. And that's how Kolvacha Sridhar, he has so much, no one knows who is Kolvacha Sridhar. And one important thing, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is about to take sannyas, he was leaving home, and during the night time he was living. Here Kolvacha Sridhar, he comes and brings pumpkin. My Lord, in my garden I have this pumpkin, please take it and honor it. There, and he is about to leave, and Kolvacha Sridhar brought pumpkin. And then he thought that how can I honor the pumpkin of Kolvacha Sridhar. And then he requests Mother Sachi, you make halwa, and someone brings milk and she makes halwa. That is the last meal Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken in that particular night. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, we can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, just by being Gaurnitai ki, Radha-Rasbihar ki, Sita-Ram Lakshman. Here, without devotion, just by having austerity is not required. We cannot please Krishna. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also, there is a Brahmana who drinks milk throughout his life, and he wanted to participate in the dancing, in the kirtan of Srivas Angan. And he approaches Srivas, and after repeatedly approaching Srivas, finally he allows him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he recognizes that someone he is not supposed to be here, he has come, then he finds out this Brahmana, and he says that, there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that one cannot get Krishna by just drinking milk throughout the life. Here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is emphasizing that without devotion, one cannot get Krishna. And Krishna also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he bestows mercy to all devotees. Here, Vasudeva Vipra also, when he was in Kurmakshetra, his body is not in proper condition, but when he approached and he embraced, so much his leprosy is there throughout his body, pus is oozing out from his body. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he embraced, he got a good form, and he was looking very beautiful. And even Sanatana Goswami, when he came to Puri, his body, he has so much swelling throughout his body, and pus is oozing out. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to embrace that. Sanatana Goswami does not like it. This pus is, how can I, Lord is embracing me, though my body is not good looking. Then one day, after every day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to come to Haridas Thakur's staying place, and Sanatana Goswami was staying there. And one day when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him, and he was cured from that swelling. From here we can see how Lord bestows mercy to his devotee in whatever condition they may be. And finally we can see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appreciates the vairagya with devotion. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciated the austerity of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. He appreciated when he was in Puri, Raghunath Das Goswami, initially he used to, his father used to send money, and then he used to feed the devotees, and then he used to go to Simhadwar and he used to beg. And then he said, Are, just I'm looking just like a prostitute looking for customer. I'm just, who can give money? I'm just looking. Then he gave up that begging from Simhadwar, and then he was taking the food, which prasadam, which was left over by the cows, which was thrown outside the temple. And he used to collect it and he used to wash that thoroughly, and then he used to eat. And when once he was eating, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he also took some of the remnants of that rice. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, appreciating the vairagya of Raghunath Das Goswami. When first time when Sanatana Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Varanasi, when he came there, his sister's husband, Srikant, he has given a shawl to him. On the way, he has given a shawl to him. And he asked to shave up, and then Tapan Mishra has given some cloth. He is ready to give some clothes, but he refused, and he just wore very simple cloth. And then he is still carrying that shawl. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he was gazing at shawl. And Sanatana Goswami understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't like. And then he exchanged that shawl to a dhobi with some other simple cloth. Here we can see that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciated the Vairagya. Not only Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, all 6 Goswamis in Vrindavan, they were living very austere life. That's how we can know that even Sudama, he approached Krishna not out of wealth, he just approached Krishna in order to have darshan of the Lord. And finally Krishna gave whatever wealth that Sudama wanted. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.